Hello everybody, welcome to our Oldies but Goodies Hop with the How to Kill a Kit with Style girls. Below in the description box you will find a link to everybody's video or channel where their video will be. We all usually traditionally do a hop in November, and then all of us kit killers take a break in December, but we will be back in January, and we have a new setup for How to Kill a Kit with Style coming in January, and you are going to love it. I'm going to work with my kit for November, and I will go ahead and link my kit creation video in the description box below so you can take a peek at what all is included in my kit for November. I'm going to go ahead and start my layout by trimming my photos down, and then I pulled one of these tag papers from Paige Evans' Bungalow Lane paper pad, as well as this kind of cut apart piece. Some of these elements do not end up making it on my layouts. I shot this video while I was at a crop, and my friend Nikki chose the photos for this page, and then I went ahead and started working on it, not thinking about the amount of space that 3 photos on a page was going to take up. So I made way too many embellishments. And then I was like, can I just put 1 photo on a page? And she said no. Sigh. So some of the embellishments you're going to see me make here, I left that part of the video in, but I'm not going to actually get to use them. Anyway, I'm going to trim this pretty text paper down to 11.5 by 11.5, and then I'm going to place it onto a sheet of cream colored cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and map my photos with these 2 colored cardstocks. They're part of my How to Kill a Kit with Style for November, but also the product focus for Rediscover Your Stash in November is also colored cardstock, so I wanted to make sure that I included some of that on my project. I'm going to go ahead and ink up all of the edges of my photos with Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink, and then I'm also going to ink all the edges of these 3 tags and that Better Together piece. What I don't end up using on this layout, I just went ahead and put in with my kit, and I can use it for my next layout. Once I had all of my edges inked, I'm going to go ahead and center this text paper onto my cream colored background paper, and I am using Tear It tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps to adhere my pattern paper to the cardstock. The way that I do this to make sure that it is straight is I put just a little bit of adhesive into the middle of my paper, and then I put the Tear It tape around the edges. When I know I have it good and straight, I kind of push it down on the middle of my paper, and that will get the tape runner to catch the cardstock. And then I can go around the edges, and the paper won't slide around or become crooked while I pull the backing paper off of the Tear It tape. Part of my kit for November is lots of different stamp sets, and I really wanted to use them. So I'm going to use icing on the cake over coffee, and I think I used some macchiato ink on this too. I'm going to be using a couple of different stamp sets. This one's from Close to My Heart, and I have this leaf one from Altenew. And I don't think that I used the Stampin' Up! Sets that I had in this kit. I just used this Altenew one and the Close to My Heart. Now this first stamp set that you're going to see me use here, this first tag that I'm going to stamp is the one that I don't end up using, but that's okay. I am just stamping a sentiment and then lots of cute leaves on this tag for some extra interest. And the good news is, because I stamped this tag and I even put the little twine in it and everything, it is ready to go for my next layout. I have a goal of completing 4 videos and 4 layouts using this kit. So having this kind of done ahead of time is actually quite brilliant. This is the tag I actually end up using on my page. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I did was I masked off like the inside of the tag, and then I'm going to stamp all of my images in that masked off area. And I'm going to use this pretty sauna ink with those pumpkins, and then I'm going to add I picked a good one sentiment, because one of the photos that my friend Nikki picked out for me to use was one that I really like. It's the one of my husband and I thought, how cute would it be to go ahead and have that stamp set on this page, that sentiment on the page by the photo of us. I'm going to do a little tryout here, because honestly, I really wanted to do just one photo on this layout, and I even asked, I was like, please don't challenge me. Please just let me put one photo on this layout. She said no. So this is what we're going to go with. I got my 3 photos. I have my 1 tag, and actually I do end up using that second kind of mustardy colored tag. And then the one that you saw me stamp earlier and the cut apart piece that says better together, those don't make it. See, I really wanted to do this. I still really love how this layout turned out, and I think that it was probably a really good idea to get 3 photos on this page, because I have 60 some pictures from this family session to Scrapbook, and while I don't mind them being in their own album by themselves, I still really can't do 64 one-page layouts. That's, let's face it, that's a little ridiculous. So it's probably a good idea and a good thing that I went ahead and put these 3 on the page. And I'm going to have to do a couple more multi-photo layouts for sure. Quite a few, actually. So now I can just go ahead and decide on my embellishments. I chose these colors specifically because I wanted to use those canvas flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. And I also have these wood veneer pieces that I am really trying to stash bust and use up. And so I'm going to go ahead and create clusters using the canvas flare and the wood veneer leaves. And look at that little dachshund. Love these canvas flares. They're so cute. Fitz is a dachshund, and he's in 2 of the pictures, so I went ahead and used it on this one. So I have my visual triangle here, 3 of those flares. So I have my title and my tag, and then I have 2 alternate clusters creating that visual triangle, and then I can go ahead and start to get these pieces adhered down. And then I also am going to add 3 of this second pack of canvas flares. Again, creating a cluster of odd numbers. And I think this layout turns out so cute. I really do love it. Flares from Scrap and Happy Studio need a dry adhesive so that the canvas flares don't rust and the epoxy flares don't melt. Never use wet glue on your flares, but this Terra tape or red line tape works perfectly. The nice thing about a layout that has 3 photos is that you can put this together quite quickly. Right now, all I have left to do is to add some Nuvo drops for a little bit of confetti to my layout. I think I'm going to end up having to throw away these Nuvo drops once I do my 4 layouts, because for whatever reason, I had such a hard time getting the Nuvo to run smoothly out of these bottles, and then it was kind of like goopy and it didn't want to dry right. So I'm not sure how that's all going to work, but I think once I have finished my 4 layouts with this kit, we might just have to toss these Nuvo drops. I think they have given their all, so to speak. Don't forget to check out the description box below and make sure to hop along. Say hello to everybody that is part of the How to Kill a Kit with Style team. And we will see you back again in January with some fun new kit. Are you ready? Themes. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see you all in January. Bye.